Hello and welcome to this presentation on how to apply as a continuing education non-degree student, presented by the Division of Continuing Education here at the University of Colorado Boulder. A brief outline of this presentation will include accessing the continuing education website to enroll as a new non-degree student, options for current students, whether you are an active non-degree or degree student, additional information that may be required for international students or students applying while under the age of 22. We also have additional resources. You may contact our advisors at ce.colorado.edu/advising. And then lastly, we will finish with reviewing some frequently asked questions that we encounter from prospective students who are applying. So getting started. The first step for students who are looking to apply as a non-degree student here at CU Boulder is to visit our website, which is ce.colorado.edu. Once you've navigated to our website, you'll go ahead and select Student Resources and then Enrollment to access the online application. Once you select Enrollment, you'll see a number of options on the left side of the screen. If this is your first time applying to CU Boulder as a non-degree student, you'll go ahead and select New Students. Once you select New Students, you'll see the current applications that are available based off the time that you're applying. We also have a PDF copy of the application available. If you choose to submit your application in this method, you will want to fax, mail, or deliver this form in person to our office. Once your application has been processed, whether it's the PDF form or the online application, you will receive an email confirmation from us with instructions on setting up your MyCU Info student portal. Should you have any questions, feel free to contact us at our information below. If you are a current student and have enrolled in a CU Boulder course within the past 12 months, you will not need to submit an enrollment application to take classes through continuing education. If you are a non-degree student, you must self-term activate in your MyCU Info portal. You can also do so by contacting our office, but we have included instructions here at this link and also under the Former Students link. If you are a former degree student and it's been more than 12 months since you've taken classes at CU Boulder, you will need to readmit under your degree program at CU, and you can do so by downloading and completing our enrollment registration PDF and submitting that via fax, mail, or delivering it in person to our office. Former non-degree students, if it's been less than 12 months since you've taken classes at CU Boulder, again, you will just follow the steps below to term activate for the current term to register. If it has been more than 12 months and you are a non-degree student, you will need to submit another enrollment application and can do so either online through these links or by completing our enrollment registration PDF. If you're an international student seeking English as a secondary language, we do have the International English Center, which has a separate application process. We've included their contact information here, and you can also select this link to complete their application form. If you are looking to take classes at CU Boulder as a non-degree student purely for personal enrichment and are looking to audit, we also have a link here with more information on our Community Auditor Registration Program. So let's go ahead and complete a new application. We're going to go back up to New Students. We are going to select Fall 2019. If this is your first time creating an application, you'll go ahead and select Create an Account. If you've previously entered an application information, you'll select Login to continue working on your application. But since we are entering a new application, we'll click Create an Account. Once you select Create an Account, you'll be prompted to enter a valid email address and your first and last names along with your date of birth. Once you've entered your name, email, and date of birth, you'll select Continue. Once you've entered your information and selected Continue, you'll be prompted with this page, which indicates that a temporary PIN has been sent to your email address that you've listed on your application. So you'll want to log into your email address to access that temporary PIN, which you will need to continue with the application process and to set a password for your application document. So we'll go ahead and copy and paste that PIN, re-enter our birth date, and select Log In. Once you log in, it will prompt you with information on setting a password. Once you've set your password, go ahead and select that option, and it'll take you to the application management side of the website. Since we don't have a previous application on file, we're going to go ahead and select Start New Application. Once we select that option, it'll prompt us with the academic year again, which will verify that we are applying for the 2019 Continuing Education academic year. Select Create Application. You'll be prompted with another window asking for application details. Go ahead and verify that that information is correct and select Open Application. Once you open your application, notice there are a number of fields on the left-hand side that you can navigate to. Under Program Details, you will want to select non-degree grad or undergrad based off of the classes you're looking to enroll into. If you are looking to enroll in both undergraduate and graduate level courses, please select non-degree undergrad. You will also be prompted with a drop-down menu for the entry term which you are looking to enroll. So we'll go ahead and select Fall 2019 and hit Continue. The first section of the application which you will be required to complete is the personal background component. Now this includes your name, addresses, email, telephone, biographical information, whether or not you've served with the U.S. military, and also your citizenship information. If you are indicating that you are a resident of Colorado and enter a Colorado address, notice that this residency section will now appear on the application. Once here, you will go ahead and update your tuition classification residency requirements by selecting yes. You select yes, more questions will be listed. So we'll go ahead and back to personal background information. Once we've entered all of our information, we'll go ahead and select Continue, which will take us to the next section regarding emergency contact information. The emergency contact information will require a first and last name, a current phone number, and the relationship of the person to you. After you've completed this information, select Continue to move on to the enrollment eligibility questions. On the enrollment eligibility questions page, we do ask a number of questions that you will need to respond to confirm that you are eligible to take classes here at CU Boulder as a non-degree student. So let's go ahead and hit Continue to move on to academic history. Under the academic history page, please list all secondary and post-secondary institutions you have ever attended. This also includes institutions that you're currently attending now, and please list all institutions in order of attendance starting with the most recent. You'll want to select Add Institution, include the contact information, and then if you are submitting a transcript, there is a field where you can go ahead and browse your files through your computer and add them there. If you do include a transcript, click Save, and it'll attach it to your application. Once you've listed all of your institutions and attached any necessary transcripts, go ahead and select Continue to move on to the unofficial test scores page. On the conduct portion of the application, you're required to respond to these two questions regarding any disciplinary action from high school or post-secondary institution, or any criminal history that may be on your record. The next portion of the application requires your signature. By submitting this application, you indicate that you are certifying to the best of your knowledge that this information is all accurate and correct. In place of an actual physical signature, you can go ahead and type your full legal name, and then you'll select Confirm. After you've signed the application, you'll be taken to the review screen, which will show any missing items that are mandatory for the application before it can actually be submitted. As you can see, my emergency contact information was not included, so I'll go ahead and update that now. Alright, with the emergency contact information updated, we will go back to the review page to see if there are any other missing items. As there are no missing items, we will now click Submit Application. A pop-up screen will appear, and it'll just ask that I acknowledge that I will be unable to make any further changes to the application once I have submitted it. I will go ahead and select OK. Once you've submitted your application, you should receive this confirmation message that indicates that your application was successfully submitted. Additionally, you will receive an email confirmation to the email that you listed at the beginning of the application. Once here, you can go ahead and log out. Should you need to log back in and view the status of your application, you'll just navigate yourself back to this page through our website at ce.colorado.edu. You can navigate there by going to the Student Resources page, clicking on Enrollment, selecting New Students, and then logging back in with those credentials that you entered at the beginning. As previously mentioned, you will receive an automated email confirmation that our office has received your application. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at 303-492-5148 or by email at ceregistration@colorado.edu. So just an overview of this presentation. We located the registration form on our website. We also completed the online application and briefly went over required supplemental forms. Some frequently asked questions that we receive from prospective students are included below. The first of which pertains to application fees. We do not require application fees for students who are applying as non-degree students here at CU Boulder through continuing education. You are only charged an application fee if you are applying to a specific program. All right, the next question, how long does it take for an application to be processed? Typically, it takes our office 1 to 2 business days to fully process an online application unless you have submitted any supplemental form that requires additional review, such as the non-academic suspension or criminal history forms. Are transcripts or test scores required? Transcripts and test scores are not required with the application unless you are under the age of 22 and applying for the fall or spring semesters, or if you're a high school concurrent student looking to apply through continuing ed. How long does it take to fill out an application? Most users should be able to complete and submit the online application within a short time frame, which is approximately 30 minutes. If additional supplemental forms are required, this may take more time, so keep that in mind. However, our application does allow you to log out and log back in. I was a student last year. Do I have to fill out a new application? Yes, you will need to submit another application if you have not taken classes within the previous 12 months. And lastly, I filled out an application about a week ago but haven't heard anything. What should I do? If it has been some time since you submitted your application, please contact our enrollment services staff at 303-492-5148 or via email at ceregistration@colorado.edu with any additional questions you have regarding your application. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 4:30 p.m. during the summer, and then during fall and spring semesters, we are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We've also included some resources here in case you have any questions. Feel free to visit us online at ce.colorado.edu. If you need to contact an advisor, they can be reached at ce.colorado.edu/advising. Thank you for your interest in applying to CU Boulder as a continuing education non-degree student. For more information or if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 303-492-5148 or contact us by email at ceregistration@colorado.edu.